Hi everyone, this is your trainer, Dr. Shamnapriya Karthik from Madurai. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel PSP English Zone. So in this episode, I am going to tell you the importance of employability skills, right? So many graduates, those who are doing their final year right now, they all requested me to focus some videos completely in English, especially from the North Indian subscriber. So this video is dedicated to all the graduates who are looking out for job. Right. Among the students, they have some wrong tendency that if I am good at English fluency, I will get job. No. English fluency is one of the employability skills. What is expected from the HR side? Let me tell you one by one. So when you are trying for job in your dream company, the common question, especially the first question, will be self-introduction. Do you know the reason why this particular question is asked to all the candidates? It's purely a psychological question. The reason is the candidate should know the answer for the very first question. To give you friendly environment, the HR will begin with self-intro usually. It doesn't mean that you will be given offer letter if you speak well about you and your family. There's no guarantee. And you may have yet another doubt, because many are telling that if any candidate is good at English speaking, they can easily get offer letter. No. Let me tell you again and again, there are so many employability skills. No HR will give you any offer letter based on your mark statement alone, right? They expect something from the candidate. What should be done from your end? So all your academic record, it will help you to appear for the interview. That's all. So besides mark, what are you good at? You are not the only candidate coming out of the college every year. There are so many graduates. You have to be very competitive and you should be unique than the other graduates at your age. Right. What should I learn? What should I do to get offer letter? Yeah. Try to improve your soft skills. Soft skills is nothing but the art of handling people. Whether you like English or not, you have to masterize the particular language as it is the universal language. I don't say that you will be selected if you are good at English. No. It's a common medium to express your ideas and feelings to others. English fluency is needed, but it alone will not help you to get any job. What are the other skills? The skills what I am going to focus one after the other, they are known as soft skills. So all the employability skills are coming under soft skills. The first one, next to your spoken fluency, you should be good at leadership traits, right? Yeah. Are you good at executing the work from your subordinate? It will be expected by the HR. At the age of 25, be at the very young age, if you are given the designation as the manager, will you be able to extract work from others who were junior to you by age? It's not an easy task. That's why I tell you that. So all the skills connected to handling people, they are termed as soft skills. So they will verify whether can they appoint you to the particular cadre. Then, are you good at problem solving? Are you good at decision making? So all these skills are expected by the companies. Just imagine that you have been appointed as the manager and your MD is away, he is in abroad for some conference. So in his absence, he has given you all the power to sign some documents. In the absence of your MD, if any problems take place in the industry, in the company where you hold the position as the manager, you cannot disturb your chairman or MD to offer a solution. You have been given some power, right? And you should know how to handle the situation, how to take decision. So without getting any suggestion from your boss, and you are expected to handle the situations without touching anyone's ego. And you can brief the incidents once he is from abroad, right? Then, are you a positive thinker? Are you an optimistic? No companies will recruit any candidate if so-and-so is a negative thinker, because you will convert the entire environment into a negative environment. You have to be an optimistic, right? Then attitude is very, very important. Are you willing to learn? Ignorance is not a sin, but failure to learn is the greatest sin. So if the HR people, if they have good opinion about your technical skill and academics record, and if they have faith in your talent, they should have great confidence that we can train this candidate easily according to our own environment. So if you're able to speak, understand and respond to them in English to some extent, they will take you to their own environment and they will train you. You need not speak like a foreign people. You should be able to understand what they speak and you should respond to them again in English. That's it. And if you're ready to learn anything, you can easily get the job, right? So let me repeat some important skills again. English fluency, power of positive thinking, problem solving skill, right? Decision making, good. Then leadership traits. And there are few more management skills also. Yes, that is stress management. So in this world, stress is inevitable. You cannot escape from stress. If you are alive, if you are doing anything, stress is common. But are you good at handling the stress? Are you good at managing the stress? And many people associate the word stress in a negative way. No. Stress is both positive as well as negative. You may wonder how the stress can be positive. Yes. During the examination days, student usually undergoes stress. of memorizing the exams and all those things, right? But the type of stress undergoes by the candidate, that is for the results. So if the end result is for good cause, that is good stress. The end result is for bad result, that is negative stress, right? Are you good at managing those stress? It is expected from the candidate. Then time management is the next skill. If you are given multiple works, if you are overloaded in the absence of your colleagues, can you manage your time efficiently? It's the most important quality expected by the companies, right? And the other one, you should be good at discussing for any topics that recently took place at the state level, a national level, because many graduates, even though they are fluent in English, they are not able to succeed in group discussion round. For this, you should be good at reading the Hindu newspaper every day. Whenever you are questioned to have a discussion regarding the current affairs, you should be able to, right? Okay. So, go through the ideas given by me. I will explain you these skills in the next episode very elaborately. Have a nice time. I'll meet you with the new more topic in the next video. Till then, bye from Priya.